Welcome back to Tuesday New Books. I'm Susan, this is Melissa, and we're going to talk to you about some of the new books that are coming out in the next week or so. Starting off with the fiction, Beasts of a Little Land, Juhia Kim, an epic story of love, war, and redemption set against the backdrop of the Korean independence movement. The Fortune of Men, a novel by Nadifa Mohammed, an intimate and harrowing novel about the last man in Cardiff to be sentenced to death. In Cardiff, Wales in 1952, Mahmoud Matin, a young Somali sailor, is accused of a crime he did not commit, the brutal killing of Violet Valaki, a shopkeeper in Tiger Bay. The Fortune Man. The Magnolia Palace, a novel by Fiona Davis. Fiona Davis, New York Times bestselling author of The Lions of Fifth Avenue, returns with a tantalizing novel about secrets, betrayal, and murder within one of the New York City's most impressive Gilded Age mansions. Next is the latest Dean Koontz, Quicksilver. #1 New York Times bestselling master of the suspense, Dean Koontz takes a surprising and exhilarating road trip with a man in pursuit of his strange past, mile by frightening mile. Dean Koontz. The Shadow of the Empire, a Judge D investigation by Kui Zhilong. The legendary Judge D. Renee investigates a high-profile murder case in this intriguing companion novel to Inspector Chen and the Private Kitchen Murder, set in 7th century China. Reckless Girls, a novel by Rachel Hawkins. She is the best-selling author of The Wife Upstairs. Beautiful, wild, and strange, Moreau Island is a desolate spot in the middle of the Pacific Ocean with a mysterious history of shipwrecks, cannibalism, and even rumors of murder. It's the perfect destination for the most adventurous travel to escape everything, except the truth. Reckless Girls. Lisa Gardner, One Step Too Far. A chilling thriller about a young man gone missing in the wilderness of Wyoming and the secrets uncovered by the desperate efforts to find him. Anthem, a novel by Noah Hawley. Something is happening to teenagers across America, spreading through memes only they can parse. Julia Kelly, The Last Dance of the Debutante. A masterful, glittering novel that whisks you to mid-century Britain as it follows 3 of the last debutantes to be presented to Queen Elizabeth II. Mouth to Mouth, a novel by Antoine Wilson. A propulsive novel in which a successful art dealer confesses the story of his rise to former classmate in an airport bar. A story that begins with his rescue and resuscitation of a drowning man with whom he will become inextricably linked to disturbing ends. That's creepy. New Tim Dorsey, Mermaid Confidential. Surge A. Storms gives condo living a try in this latest acid-splashed Florida crime caper from the insanely New York Times Best Book Review, Tim Dorsey. Manywhere Stories by Morgan Thomas. Manywhere is a kaleidoscopic collection that imagines queer pasts, presents, and futures with empathy, transformative languages, and brilliant craft. Manywhere. None But the Righteous, a novel by Chantel James. A young man's adrift after Hurricane Katrina makes his way home to New Orleans in this haunting debut that signals the arrival of an unforgettable new voice in contemporary fiction. None But the Righteous. Okay, I think you're...
Yeah, and to start off in the nonfiction, this is a collection from Zora Neale Hurston. It's called You Don't Know You Don't Know Us Negroes, and other essays. Then we have 12 Steps to Changing Yourself in the World. It's an abolitionist handbook by Patrice Cullors. This one focuses on something a little bit more local, how to saltwater pier fish as good as local, minimal equipment, tips and tricks. And this is specifically about fishing the Fairhope, Alabama pier and area. That's by David Gluth. We have Finding Normal, Sex, Love, and Taboo in Our Hyperconnected World by Alexa Solis-Ray. This book is called The Last Slave Ship, the true story of how Clotilda was found, her descendants, and an extraordinary reckoning by Ben Raines.
He's a Mobile, Alabama author.
All right, we have Fun and Funky Cross Stitch. It's got 160 plus designs, 5 alphabets, 30 bonus gift ideas. It's a really cute little book if you're into cross stitching. How You Say It from Catherine E. Kinsler. Why You Talk the Way You Do and What It Says About You. I've got this book called The Hard Sell, Crime and Punishment at an Opioid Startup. That's by Evan Hughes. This book is called Systematic Racism 101, Reckoning with the Past to Reimagine an Anti-Racist Future. It's one of our grant books. Another grant book is called The Stuff, Upholstery Fabric Frame by Lorraine Osborne. Then we've got Creative Acrylics, a step-by-step beginner's guide to creating with paint and mediums.
It's for artistic stuff.
Yeah, and then this one, another one, Decorating with Fabric. That's from Kate French and Catherine Sorrell. It's got hundreds of ideas for window treatments, bed linens, pillows, slipcovers, and lampshades. This book is called The Doomsday Mother. It's by John Glatt. It's a look at Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell, and the end of an American family, a recent true crime story that's been in the news a lot in recent years. We've got this biography called Maybe It's Me, on Being the Wrong Kind of Woman, and that's by Elaine Pollock. It's a collection of essays. And finally, we have Lorraine Hansberry, The Life Behind a Raisin in the Sun, and that's by Charles J. Shields.
Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you again next week. If you want any of these books or they take your fancy, come on by the library or go ahead on our website and put them on hold. Thank you.
Bye.